districts.
Okay, but it's something that's written into the Constitution. If it's 1789, that's around the time the U.S. Constitution came out, right?
This is shortly after the Constitution. When
Oh.
it's right around the time.
Yeah, my apologies. It's a long story as far as jurisdictions go, but I'm
the
curious.
Land Ordinance of 1785. There should be.
Ooh, Congress of Confederation. So that's prior to our Constitution. This would have been grandfathered in.
So it's where it comes.
Well, current Constitution.
Township and range.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another act after that. That was the Land Ordinance of 1785. There was another one shortly after that.
Yeah.
That dictated land use. I remember what it was.
At least I think that was prior to it. We were
Standard
established.
State Zoning Enabling Act. That was it.
Uh,
States to enable zoning regulations in their jurisdiction under the Department of Congress. That one was
1922.
1922. But it was a continuation of what was started with the Land Ordinance Act of 1785.
oh, Thomas
These acts
Jefferson.
kind of build on top of each other. But
Mhm.
essentially it gives land use authority to the states, and then the state of North Dakota dictates the land use authority that
Okay.
this municipality is.
Yeah, and my apologies about the parcel stuff, but I was noticing that there were 3 federal marshals standing around doing nothing more than touching people's bras over at the courthouse, and I started looking up some stuff and found out that a list of federal federal land in North Dakota, and our post office wasn't on it. But I'm hearing that the city codes might not have jurisdiction in there.
The city zoning codes have authority over all land within our
Okay,
subdivision.
city zoning, but
Law enforcement jurisdiction is a completely different thing.
okay,
And I
yeah.
have no idea on how law enforcement jurisdictions are divided within that. You'd have to reach out to the city attorney's office on.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do.
I don't handle law enforcement. I handle code enforcement, and specifically our zoning codes.
No, that's all right. I wanted to find out that stuff about the post office and the hill out back of where I'm renting.
I don't see any easements in there.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Lot A of lot 4.
Is that the post office?
Lot 4. Sorry, we're working off of a 1961 plat here. I don't see any recorded easements in there.
Oh,
So
okay.
the property is run like any other commercial business,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, I meant as far as public right-of-ways for walking and such.
well, the sidewalk is in the public right of way. The sidewalk in front of the building is on,
Okay.
federal property.
Mm-hmm. But it is
But
federal
the
property.
sidewalks on the east and the west side are in city right of way or state right
Mhm.
of way for Broadway. And the sidewalk out front is not. It just kind of goes in there. So when that sidewalk is open would be decided by the post office.
Mm.
So there's no like access easement laid over top of it.
Well, yeah,
As far
but
as the city's concerned, it's private property. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? The owner of that private property happens to be,
the federal government, which federal regulations applies, including disability rights.
I don't know how they regulate the
Yeah.
access to sidewalks within federal property.
No, that's okay.
It would
I
fall
needed to
under
find
the
out about
policies of the
boundaries.
Postal Service.
But half their parking lot is apparently out in a public easement.
This is public right-of-way, not an easement.
But public right-of-way is our term for what would be called an easement in other places. And
You can park within the right-of-way, though.
yeah, no, this would have been about where I was parked in the public access spot, so I would have been definitely on federal property. What's interesting about it is the laws, according to what they've ruled, I can basically record outside of federal facilities, and the case law says that it can't be considered disorderly conduct or annoying or harassing, but this is just one more thing in a series of stuff I'm looking up.
Okay. All I can tell you is that this part right here falls into what would be local right-of-way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What happens inside of these lines, other than like design standards, and like it's a developed property that predates our current zoning code.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. I don't know what year the building was built because the property card isn't loading.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's a server problem. But it clearly predates our current zoning code, and they haven't asked to make any changes, so I wouldn't enforce any like design standards on it.
No, and that's
It's
your.
compliant within our existing zoning code as a legal non-conforming property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's your specific standards and expertise, but I'm dealing with some harassment related to my disabilities. It looks like some of the sidewalk is in a corner over here. I'd hope and pray I couldn't get arrested for going out there, but from the looks of things, the federal law says that they can't deny people with disabilities access to the property either. And yeah, I've got a
I'm not
really
an
bad
expert
situation on this.
On the ADA and the case law surrounding ADA. I don't
Well,
have any expertise in that.
Apparently not many people around here do, but it's amazing me the laws that are ignored. And from the looks of things, the current one, this is the federal government owns the property. It's not a leaseholder. It owns it.
Yeah, but they also own the Air Force Base, and they won't let you walk on there either.
No, they don't have to. That's a horse of a different color.
I'm just saying.
I don't have a
Just
post
because
office
the
box
federal
at the.
government owns the property doesn't mean that it's open to the public at all.
Yeah, no. But the post office box where I have the legal right to access. I'm dealing with some harassment issues from some city employees that are very inappropriate. And from the looks of things, they don't have jurisdiction to even do anything to me.
I don't know what you need to look into MOUs, memorandums of understanding, and the agreements for law enforcement support and things of that nature. I don't know what
and
the
whether
law
or not the city
jurisdiction is on this property.
No, I don't either, but from what I understand, the federal law is that I have the legal right to record here. This is not the Air Force Base. And on the outside of federal buildings, unless there's some specific order, and from what I understand, the order of the postmaster, I'm specifically allowed to record out there.
I don't know what the post office policies are on recording.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's my job to know, and according to what I understand, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled it as a First Amendment right, and I've got a memo from the postmaster.
Okay.
So, yeah. Long story short, this could be very interesting in a hurry.
Okay. Like I said, I only dictate land use controls. So if they wanted to tear down the post office and build a new one, they would have to meet my land use design standards as far as our zoning ordinance. Well, not mine.
Yeah.
It's the land use ordinance. I'm just the one who has to enforce them.
No, yeah, and I need
But
to.
that would be done through a site plan and would have nothing to do with the right of way on the property. The right of way falls under the jurisdiction of the engineering department and the public works department.
Okay, so they'd be the ones I'd want to talk to about where the public right-of-ways are.
Well, I mean, this map is publicly available and shows where the right-of-ways are.
And those black lines are the public right-of-ways. Everything that's outside of that box, facing the road.
Not necessarily. This down here is another piece of private property that abuts a town and country credit union.
Yeah.
So there's no right of way here, but anything outside of those black lines there.
Well, blue now.
Yeah, I highlighted them. But
Yeah. Everything outside of there counts as the public right of way.
this is local right of way, this is state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I can really tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that it's zone C2,
Mm-hmm.
which is our general commercial district, which allows for
Mm-hmm.
general commercial activities.
Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm gonna turn off the camera for the other matter.